welcome to another edition of A Shave and a Song, a show all about shaving with a straight razor while listening to some great music while we do it. Are you ready? I know I am. I'm going to be shaving with my Dovo Bismarck. This is 6/8. Great razor. I love it. Going to be using some shaving soap today from Black Ship. This is their White Whale fragrance. It's a nice scent. I like it. And then finishing it off with the White Whale aftershave as well. And can't let a day go by without using some Clubman Pinaud. Good stuff. Let's jump right to it, shall we? We've got a great song today. It's a little longer than most, so we got to get right in there. So back in December, towards the end of December, I featured a song by former Kyuss band member Brant Bjork. I liked the song. I liked Kyuss. So I thought, well, you know what? Let's feature a song by another former Kyuss band member. This one happened to be the lead singer and songwriter for Kyuss. Brant Bjork was the drummer. This is the lead singer. Boy, this is foaming up really well. I kind of made a mess out of things today. This is former singer-songwriter, lead singer-songwriter of Kyuss. And this is John Garcia. I've also heard it pronounced Garcia, believe it or not. I know somebody, in fact, whose the same last name spelling is pronounced Garcia, but I'm thinking that this is Garcia. John Garcia. Oh boy, it's foaming all over the place. So after leaving Kyuss, John would eventually a couple of years later, form a band by the name of Unida or Unida. I've heard it pronounced both ways as well, but I think it's Unida. And they made some really fantastic music, and this was back like in 1997 is when this band formed. Let's get the face wet and we'll go for the first pass. Now, Unida is another desert rock, stoner rock band, if you will. No need to explain the genre since I've done that already, but I will tell you that the song that I'm featuring today comes from their second album, The Great Divide. I've also heard it entitled, I believe, The Working Man, but I think most people know it as The Great Divide. Now, this second album, unfortunately, was never officially released. It was recorded and scheduled for release in 2001. 2001. See the mess I'm making today? But unfortunately, due to the band's manager having a fallout with the record label, it never saw daylight. And that's unfortunate because it's pretty good. So not wanting to let the album die, the band started selling CDs at their concerts. And then eventually a bootleg copy was released on the internet, first pass. And this just goes to show you again, I forgot to do this, that the corporate machine can sometimes really stifle some good, no, let's call it great music out there. You know, they're just interested in making a quick buck, and so they're going to play and promote the music that does that, even at the expense of some fantastic pieces never being released. Now, I get it. I really do get it. You know, without being able to turn a dime, you're not going to have any music released at all. I understand that completely. And that's why I'm thrilled with streaming services today that allow musicians that aren't, you know, they don't maybe have all the funds or backing or support to be able to release their own stuff that the masses can hear. And I'm particularly happy that the band went on to self-promote this particular album, so it wasn't lost to the timeless void of the music vaults. So it's hard to believe that the song I'm featuring today, entitled Last Day, was recorded almost 20 years ago. 18 years ago this album was supposed to be released. It still has not been officially released. But in my opinion, when you hear it, it still sounds fresh and innovative, just like it could have been written and released today. And that's why it holds a very, very high position on my playlist, my playlist library, or rotation, if you will. So let's just get right to it. It's a little longer song. I haven't finished the first pass yet, but we'll get right to it because no need waiting anymore. Just kind of told you the background story, another Caius member. So this is from their non-released, bootleg, self-promoted second album from 2001, The Great Divide. This is Unida, Last Day.
Just hiding side of the road, shake with the fly high, let the low road. You hold your head so high, so much for the low. So blinded, too far gone to know. 'Cause if you believe she's trying to come see, you left it to me just to go to know. You're too much for to come see. You've left it to me, just to go to love.
There you go. Love that song. That's from 2001, their unreleased, unofficially released album, The Great Divide. That's Unida, and Last Day. What I like about that song is, you know, I like a really fast riff, or, you know, shredding, if you will, as much as the next guy. But I'm telling you right now, when you listen to this tune, the guitar is just, it's just doing its thing, gently, melodically following along, and taking control when it comes time to the jam session, the jam part of the song, and just with utter simplicity produces one of the greatest you know, mid-song jam riffs that I've heard, and that, again, personal opinion there, just my opinion, but I just can't get enough of it. Just simplistic and yet so complicated, the way it all mixes together. Great song, again, unreleased, recorded 18 years ago. Had to surface by the band self-promoting at concerts and relying on a bootleg copy to hit the internet. So thank goodness for all of that we actually have this this masterpiece from Unida. And so that's my show for the day. Maybe next week I'll complete the trifecta and feature an actual song from Caius. Now that I've featured two former members of the band, maybe I should just feature a song from the band itself. So we'll see. I'll go through my archives and see what I have with Caius. I've got a few of them, and find out which one I want to do. All right, my friends. If you like the show, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, hit the alarm bell so you know when we release a new show each and every week. Try to do it every week. Every now and then there's a little glitch and I skip a week, but that's all right. And most of all, just tell people about it. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, whatever. Just tell people that the show's out here and introducing you to some stuff maybe that you've never heard before. Kind of broaden your library or listening library a little bit. As always, leave comments. Love to hear from you. And if you have any artists or songs you'd like me to feature, hey, drop me a line too. And, you know, hey, if you are an artist and I featured your song, or you want me to feature one of your songs, I'd love to hear from you as well. Love to know how weird you think the show is, and if your song fits the channel. It's always fun when we hear from the actual recording artist. It's interesting how far we reach. So that's it for the day. Great show today. Great shave. Going to be finishing it off with some Clubman here pretty soon. Pinaud. So until next time, live life, everybody. Enjoy your music. And as always, happy shaving.